Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
And I'm Jason Ross. So close. This camera's so close.
You're very close, but I think that's in theme because it is hump day. So get close, get real, get down and dirty.
Snuggle up.
Fuck Marie.
Absolutely. That'll cheer us all up. A little bit of fuck Marie.
Yeah, man.
I love how we were like, hey, we should is this like a professional show? And then I'm just instantly with the F word. So apologies. This is why people can't listen to it at work. Maybe we should become more
I
brand
never
friendly.
questioned if this was a professional show. Never. Although,
Okay.
also wedding invitations, save the dates are also you probably don't say the word fuck on those either. So
And sometimes we do,
sometimes I do.
And sometimes I look at it and I go, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Okay, guys, I just want to admit, I know a lot of people are having sad days in the chat. We are going to address those soft days. I'm having a day 2 curl day. This different. Cousins. Okay, but this is still in the family, but the hair is something today.
We're also at one point going to address, obviously, that you're wearing a jersey,
I'm not wearing a jersey. I'm wearing a sports shirt.
which is a jersey.
No, a jersey is a tank top.
Somebody tell me what the difference between a jersey and a sports shirt is. So when you say
I
baseball,
would-
you don't say baseball jersey?
This was my
a
old
baseball sports shirt.
this was my old volleyball jersey, but my issues with your jerseys is that they are tank tops and you would wear them out and
T-shirts
about
underneath.
all the time. But I've never said they were bad. I just said that that's what you wear all the time.
Your tone says they were bad.
No. They were. I was never saying it was bad.
You
I
never
just
said,
thought
"Oh my god, Jason is that guy wears jerseys all the time." It's more like Jason wears jerseys all the time.
Jenny's like, Stacey, you're so beautifully stubborn about this obvious jersey you're wearing. I'm not disagreeing that this is a jersey, but I'm saying when I think
Okay,
of jersey,
well, let's rewind that. Let's cut this together after you saying, "I'm not denying that this is a jersey," and 1 minute prior when you're like, "This is not a jersey."
Well, no, but I'm wearing it. It is so thin. I remember wearing this on a volleyball team going like, these aren't enough. This just is, it's cotton. We're soaking wet. We're horny teens. This cannot proceed.
You did not get soaking wet and sweating because you were on the bench.
I was on the bench, but I had a serious sweat problem. If you don't think I was asking Santa to grow the ability to wear light gray t-shirts, you're nuts, because that was my only goal.
If you would have got on Santa's lap at the mall and been like, "Oh, little girl, what do you want?" Smaller pores.
Poors. And he would have been like, are you related to Jason Duras? And I've been like, I guess. I had such a sweat problem that in university, I somehow landed the role of the girl who gets the guy sort of role. And I had to wear this beautiful tailor-made red dress. And during dress rehearsal, I ruined it. Salt stains, I ruined it.
This was probably the same play that you were with the most attractive guy in your school, but his girlfriend wasn't worried about kissing you.
No, this was in university. My lead was very much gay, and he had to lift me up.
Okay, we're just having a terrible time.
And throw me on a bed, and we had to make out. Can you imagine me in a play where I had to do that? Can you imagine, Jason?
I would say this. This is the first time in my life where I've been like, oh, I get Mean Girls now, where you guys are so calculated with what you do. This is how you've told me about it before. Women to each other are guys fist fight in high school, but girls are mean girls, like the movie Mean Girls. I was in the props committee and I was like that. I'd be like, I'm going to make these legs so weak on this bed. So when he tosses you, it's going to completely collapse for sure.
That would have
and I'm going to
ruined
be
my
sitting
life.
backstage going, yeah.
And what you would have done was ruin my life, because
So I would have been
nothing,
a good girl. I would have been a good mean girl then.
You would have been a great mean girl. Oh, yes. And I'm getting a lot of sweaty support. So Jenny, funny story. I think I've already said this on the podcast. A woman that was doing my makeup for my university play was like, you have to get Drysol. And she was saying that she was a very sweaty woman. And as a model, you can't sweat. So she's like, you need to use this. But Drysol, it burns. Like you cannot have you can't have a bare armpit with dry salt. Like, and I did, and I woke up, and you have to sleep like this, and then I woke up with like a burn mark of my entire armpits.
Look, on top of Voodoo knows your high school experience. Subbing on the bench, and I'm not talking about substitutions.
Oh yeah. And then Voodoo Lion's like, simply how dare you? Let's not talk about sweating up in here. I will sweat gatekeep all of you. I'm just a very sweaty, human being. Dry salt is not safe. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I'm just gonna powder myself.
Unless they sponsor us, we'll recommend. I have no soul in that. I'm ready to go.
Listen, we're all sweat queens up in the chat, and I love and support all of you. But it's something that like people don't talk about because I don't think it's a big deal. But like when you're a teen,
it's not a big deal.
And everyone doesn't want to get with it. There's nothing worse than like putting your hand up to answer a question,
Sure.
and it is like Niagara Falls. Like it's
Sure.
the saddest feeling.
Grade 8 bad boner. I know what you're talking about. When it's like, come draw an answer at the board, and you're like, no, thank you. I'll take the F.
Except I was like, maybe you should get up there. Oh, Thomas is in the chat, who we love and adore. I had to film a little video for work, and they made it a scene to powder my sweaty forehead. Let me tell you, I've been there. I've been there my whole life. Mm-hmm. My sweaty areas, as you can see every time I do the podcast, is like they're always like, excuse me if I shoot anything. No, we need to powder her, and we need to powder her.
I don't know what happens with me on shoots. If they powder me or they get anything near my eyes go jet red. Like all the white stuff turns red. Yeah, well, so they do it, and I get to set, and they're like, what are we going to do to this kid? This kid's going to have he's going to look stoned on camera or something.
Well, let me tell you, this is going to lead into our Bachelor recap because something's going on with Victoria's face. Okay.
Yeah, it's a terrible mess.
Speaking of, I did a podcast last night, and I will say last night because we started recording at a little past 10 p.m. But
which is last night.
Which was last night. It was really fun. It was with my lovely friend, Mike Carosa, and he has a podcast called We Didn't Get a Rose, and we broke down, fully broke down. I think the episode would be like an hour and a half or something crazy, and we really broke down last night's episode. So if you're looking for a little full Bachelor pod, get into it. Because there's a lot of juice.
I hope you're not all bachelored out then.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
I can talk about it. Not that I'll have a lot of insights for it, because this was now I've already seen the difference between a Peter Weber season versus probably any other season. I've already seen it.
I have some opinions I didn't share on We Didn't Get a Rose.
Great, because I want to know. Thank you.
Because there was a point where I was doing the podcast and it was really, really fun. But when obviously we're really good friends and when you're just like, Jason will understand what I'm saying. And I don't know if I can throw this out with people that are not Jason. I think he'll get what I'm saying.
I hope so. Because I watched last night's, but it's when we used to watch it, the Peter Weber one, I'd sit there and diligently take notes, and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm getting right into this. This one I watched, I sat back, I was like, okay, whatever happens.
No notes. Nothing happened, I can say. I can also, oh wow, Botting is coming in. Just saying, Stacey's look today is fire. Thank you from Botting.
But this is what you need. Today's one of those days when they're like, oh, okay, guys, so our show's going to put out some action figures. So we just want to get some pictures of you. Today would be your action figure day.
Do you think?
Yeah, that's what you'd want. Today would be your action
figure. What are you loving about it?
I love the two-toned hair. How it comes down and it's like, we've already said it. Some people are saying the fiery red is what you need. It's great.
Okay, and also Lindsay, thanks for popping in. Popping in during a little break. Jenny wants me to wear more jerseys. So if you have jerseys, you want me to wear them. You want me to wear your old volleyball jerseys like this one right here. Send them my way. Send them. I'll pick them up.
We have displaced conversations together because the contradictions on me not being able to wear jerseys.
No, okay, but Jason, here's the thing. I never said you couldn't wear a jersey. I just said you always wear jerseys. And then you said, I don't wear jerseys. And then you've never worn them since. As if I said you can't wear them.
I didn't wear them before either. I mean, I'll wear a jersey. I wore them on Sunday for a football game.
Okay. It sounds like we both fell down a hill and still had to go to work. We're not making any sense.
Sure. Jack and Jill went to work. Yeah.
Jack and Joe fell down the hill. Oh shit, they still have to go to court.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Too much drinks.
Too many. Can I ask how dry January is going? Because I have an update as well.
I will say this actually. So one thing that has happened since our last pod is we had the anniversary and we were like, oh cool, we'll do like a bottle of wine and everything. We were like, oh, we don't have the bottle of wine and it's a pandemic. Do we need to run out? And we were like, dry January. We stuck to it on our anniversary, which might not be something to be proud of. That might be like, well,
that's great.
So I'm doing good with dry January.
I will tell you, I've been doing dry January, and I just want to pop into the chat for a second. Has the term fashion jersey been tossed out yet? And guess what? It is now, as Botting has pointed out. And okay, like everyone's really giving us a lot of praise here.
There you go. Well, us is a term that's not involved in that sentence.
It just depends how you hear it. I will tell you, I obviously, we're doing dry January with a chance of rain. There's also potentially a monsoon depending, when you're approaching a civil war, sometimes there needs to be a monsoon. But I have been doing a dry January in a sense of like having like a Michelob once in a while. Now, I did watch The Bachelor. I was enjoying a mocktail, dark and stormy, some ginger beer, some pineapple. Okay. Mm-hmm. I will tell you, Caitlin, and you know what? That's fine. I feel like we're surviving a pandemic.
I had champagne day one. So January 1st, everybody drank.
This is what we're all thinking. Laura. So sober sex.
We're not getting into it.
It's a sobering thing that keeping the lights on too. Wow, and we're sober and the lights are on, and I think we've all been there.
The light switch broke. The lights were on all night.
You're just like, oh no. Yeah, no, I've been really enjoying because like. I feel like I'm like many people who were in this pandemic and you just catch yourself like drinking beer, watching Friday Night Lights. And then the next day you're like, why am I so bloated? It's like because you were drinking Michelob's for no reason. So I have been enjoying just not partaking. And it's been really great for my attitude and my mood. Yeah. Oh my God, this is my worst nightmare, says Caitlin.
I know it is.
Sober sex, lights are on, just ate pasta.
We had pad thai, so it counts.
Yeah, there's simply no way I'm touching anybody after a noodle. There's just no way.
You've given date tips out before. You're like, nope, that stuff happens before you go out to the keg.
I know. But when you're in a relationship, and I'm talking about relationships that don't work out, and you're just like, I don't know, maybe not having sex at all. And then it's like you have the date night and there's like the pressure of the date night. And you're just like, well, let's just wait till after dinner. And then you're both like, okay, because you both just don't want to have sex with each other.
But then there's a bunch of drinks and then it's like, oh, it is our anniversary. Like,
it is our anniversary. If we make it quick and fast, we can catch a late night viewing of Seinfeld. This is the best advice. You got to fuck first before the dinner.
And if you're truly in love, then after too. Like, why not make it a sandwich?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you had pad thai. You had your anniversary. Were gifts exchanged? Did Jenny give you a card?
No. Really? That was great. That's what we planned.
You don't need to tell us the intimate details of your anniversary, but was there a point where you like said romantic things to each other and you like re-solidified the love that you have for each other?
This is what I'll let you in on for the night. What happened was too is like we're pandemic, trapped in the basement. We got pad thai, everything was great, and then we had the classic. Cool, and we're gonna watch a movie. What movie? That lasted 25 minutes. That lasted 25 minutes.
You made the mistake by watching a movie. You just got to throw something on.
We didn't watch a movie. In the end, we did not watch one.
Here's the thing: no one really ever wants to
anything because like we only had Netflix in where we are. We're like we got Netflix and nothing else.
Do you remember when you like first start dating someone and a movie is like, let's watch a movie? you know, and you're just like, well, when are
Sure.
we going to get to the business? And then you solidify the relationship. And then it literally becomes, excuse me, we're watching a movie. What are you doing? I haven't seen this. What? Oh my God. What did you think this was?
Yeah, I remember that. It's embarrassing later when people are like, "Oh, you seen that movie?" And you're like, "Well, I saw a bit of it," and then everyone's like,
And then
"What
you're
movie?
like,
Watch the whole thing?"
oh, Ocean's 13? Yeah, I saw a bit of it. That's why I like what is that Seinfeld episode of Schindler's List where they like make out during Schindler's List at the movie theater? He's like,
Hey,
oh no.
who did Sophie choose in the end? Because like,
Yeah, was it Sophie's Choice? It wasn't
yeah.
Schindler's.
Oh, I
or
don't
was-
know, but I
It was
mean, same thing, right?
Yeah. That's like my friend who I won't name. When we were in university, before you could get free marijuana, I think I said the story too, but
Wait a minute,
he
where are you
made
getting free marijuana? What are you talking
no,
about?
like before it was before it was illegal. So
Right,
we're in
right.
university, and my friends made weed tea. And
Delicious.
like in their own
I-
kitchen, like it's not like you can go now to a weed store and be like, "Can I get a sativa low grade tea, like low dose tea?" Like, so they
I
just
feel like
made.
if we opened that place up, we'd do all right.
Oh, if we called it low dose and we were like, "Dude, no problem. Everything's low dose. Everything's just like you don't need to panic. Just like get in here."
Unless you want to supersize me, we call it super high me, and then we're good to go.
We only have 3 products that are the super high me. But anyways, my friend made this weed tea and then they called me and they were like, it didn't work. Like we took it. Cause you know me, I was like, I'm always scared. I was like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it. And so they
That'd be me.
messaged me later and was like, hey, it didn't work. And, they're like, do you want to just watch a movie? And they were watching Schindler's List, which I hadn't seen. So I went over with my boyfriend at the time and we were all watching Schindler's List.
Yeah,
And then in that
that's
epic scene
romantic.
where the little girl's walking through the camp, we're all bawling. My friend, he turns around and looks at me. His eyes are maroon, Jason.
Yeah, it's like I got
Looks-
makeup on his head. I got
And
it.
he starts laughing so hard during the most tragic scene I've ever seen. He was high for 3 days.
That's amazing. Here's the thing: you were explaining that scene, like you were being like, and you know that scene, like I've seen that movie.
You
That's-
didn't, yeah.
I have not seen that movie.
Shayla says that she's got some CBD bath salts, and I think between my bath being too hot and the salts, I almost passed out. Damn.
Sick.
They were. Thank you, Jan. She brought this back up again because you were describing something as jet red, which I've never heard. Because
I
it's
said jet red?
black. You said jet red instead of jet black.
Nice.
Add it to the list.
I don't know. I think jet red. If I said my eyes were jet red, everyone would go, I can picture that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, exactly. But we all know that it's a bit wrong. But we all love you and adore you. So we're gonna take the leap.
Sure.
Cindy
Like I had
says
this banana and it was jet yellow.
I had this banana, jet black, but still a bit jet yellow. Cindy goes, I always get annoyed when boys tried stuff during movies. I was heavily invested in that movie. I remember my first like date with like a guy in high school and we watched Being John Malkovich and I was just like, when are we going to make out? Like, I just thought it was a done deal. He wanted to watch
Another movie.
a movie. Okay.
Yep.
No, watch the whole thing. Got me into Catherine Keener, so that's sort of a win. But I thought we were going to make out. We just didn't.
That's no good.
It's no good. It's no good. There's nothing worse. And we're going to bring this up in The Bachelor, or I'd like to, is that awkwardness of the first kiss, the first makeout. It's always a bit awkward where you're just like, are we going to...
I guess we're talking about, yeah, there's different points of like, are these people that just started dating? Is this people that are in a relationship? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And because Matt goes in for a bit of a first kiss in a hot tub, and it was something. It was something.
Well, this is how we're cutting to The Bachelor. Okay.
No, we don't
great.
need to. I was just talking about the first kiss, and I think we were just talking about movies and romance.
Well, it depends on what hot tub you're talking about because I'm finding that I've only watched the one episode and I'm finding themes in his date. It's already.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it. I wanted to ask you though, do your parents not have a hot tub? Because they feel like you got hot tub parents.
I mean, they did before. They don't know. They've moved locations.
I know, but imagine you were in that old house.
Like the cottage. You've been to it. I think you've been in the hot tub.
No, I know, but I was
Or
hoping
maybe
it
not. It
wouldn't.
was the winter. Maybe we didn't. But you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Also, hot tubs in the winter are a must.
I know, but I don't know if we did. I don't remember. I don't remember being in the hot tub.
Shayla's laughing at me saying hot tub parents. I feel like you do have hot tub parents though. Like they should have a hot tub in this new place. I'm sure I can guarantee they've talked about it. I can guarantee they have.
They probably have.
Of course.
But no, there's no hot tub. They're in a new spot.
There is nothing better than a hot tub in the winter. Are you kidding me?
I
In
know.
the snow?
Snow angel right back in. No problem.
One of the best times I had was at a friend's house, and we're all just sitting in her like sister-in-law's hot tub, and just like chucking a ball at their dog that would go running down their acreage of land and come back. There was snow everywhere. We're having some, we're having a Smirnoff Ice. Who cares?
Sure, yeah.
Whatever. It's
Yeah.
winter. It was the best.
Our ice is coming back or something because like on TikTok, I've seen about 3 or 4 videos now where people are like, check it how I iced my wife. And I'm like some guy cuts into his burrito at one point and there's like,
Right.
oh, he's got this. And I was like, I thought this was done like 9 years ago.
First of all, yeah, I think it's older people trying to remember the last time they had fun. And I'm including me as in the older people on TikTok. And so they're bringing back icing. But also, I'm loving in the chat. We are really getting some hot tub parents.
Yeah.
We're getting hot tub parents, hot tub people.
So is it just like because we were trying to figure out all the words. I know I saw you put it out there too on Facebook, but like all the words that I can't say. Is it just hot in general? Because people are like hot dogs, hot sauce, hot Pizza Hut.
I think you're a bit lazy on the O. I think you're half in the O and half making it a U, and that's
wait a minute. Is the U just a lazy O? Is that what we're saying then? If we're like, oh, O gets lazy, it just turns into a U because that's where I'm sitting.
Yeah, that's where I would sit with it too.
Okay.
Lindsay says that we had a hot tub at our old house. It was the worst. It came with the house and had wasps' nests in it every summer. Yeah, I won't say. I think we have. Okay, there's a chatter in the midst and really bringing a vibe to which.
Yep.
Okay, but
he's in the hot tub.
He's in the hot tub, but yeah, I don't think anyone who has a hot tub is like, oh yeah, this is easy to maintain. I think they're nightmares, aren't they?
No, I don't think so. But I do think that there is maintenance to them. But it's not like a pool or something. But like if it goes green or something, then I imagine it turns into a nightmare. But it's I think it's a pretty just easy, regimented, clean for the hot tubs. Mm-hmm. Although at the same time, like hot tubs, the idea of them are kind of gross. Like they're just like, let's just stew in this together. And then you see like people's like, oh, you had dry skin. It's floating around the top of the tub now.
Ew, Jason, jeez. Oh my God. You're so gross. Oh my God, this is so funny. Megan's like, my best friend's parents, when we were teens, built a whole addition to their house to be hot tub parents. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, pretty hilarious. But yeah, I'm the thing also about The Bachelor. What are you laughing at?
I just saw what you did, and I was like, we've never done that before, but this is great.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be weird, like, listen, I will block you. Like, I don't care. Like, if you think I'm any fun, I am. But if you break a rule, which is no pervs, you're out of here. Ashley's like, Jay's gross, but not wrong.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Sauna. Now, here's something I want. I do want to have a sauna in my home.
There's like I don't know if your hometown was in Scandinavia or something, but it seems like if you're over there, it seems like one of those countries, a Scandinavian country, everybody has a sauna. Like it seems like that's how I picture it. You walk out in the snow, everyone gets in the sauna, then they jump through the ice into the water, and they're like, yeah, my life's great. My body's good.
I mean, I know people who have small saunas in their homes, and they're incredible. It's so nice. Can you imagine the luxury?
If I put a sauna into my house, then we would have 500 feet of space left. So I don't think we're going to do that.
Samantha says, I have sauna parents. It's the best treat when I get home. Oh, damn. That just sounds so nice. Wow. Tasha said, I was looking up sauna bags. You just zip yourself up in one. Damn.
We're learning a lot today.
Well, my friend's cottage has a hot tub and a sauna. Jenny, can I please come? When I was in LA, there was a bunch of apartment complexes, as Cindy brings up, that had hot tubs, like communal hot tubs. And to that, I say absolutely no, thank you. And I wouldn't be participating in that. Absolutely not.
I wouldn't be lying if I would say, like, within the last few years, I have been in a hotel hot tub with Mr. Casual Friday. We can talk about that.
No. I'm not talking about hotel hot tubs because
they're the same.
Don't gross them out for me, please. What I really do not like in a hotel hot tub, and I think this goes without saying, is parents who bring their kids into the hot tub. Get out of here. Like, you know what? You know what, Denise? Take little Sean and get him out of here. This isn't for him.
Charlie's asked before when we're there, and we're like, no.
Nope.
Not
for you. You know,
it's not good for you anyways at that age. It's not good for you really at any age, but.
I just remember my parents being like, are you kidding me? And she was like, you're a little freak. Stay in the pool. Don't freak out the parents. Make it nice, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just surprised there's so many hot tub people.
Snake King has not been around for a while, but he's back.
He's saying stay away from the tubs. People. Absolutely. You have to. Yeah, but anyways, I miss a hotel because, you know, I love a staycation.
Fuck yeah. A staycation, but road trips. Man, I love road trips.
In theory, road trips are fun, but there's so many logistics
in
that
practice, they're amazing.
I do not want responsibility on a road trip. I want to be in the passenger seat. I'll do the music. I'll handle conversation, but I'm not helping with directions. And then you got to take everything out of the car, and you got to put it in the hotel. You got to get gas.
Do you remember when they remounted our last Second City show that we did together, and we went out on the road for that, and then we ended up in that hotel where it was like there was a door out to the snow from the pool?
Yeah.
Great.
That was really I will say that was one of the only successful times I've hung out with a group of adults in a pool.
It was fun.
Because
I believe Nigel Downer was there, so it was fun.
Yes, and Allie Price was there, and so many pals, and I like. Because a lot of adults in a pool is an interesting thing because what do you do with each other unless you're playing a game?
Yeah.
You splash around.
We bring that up. The only person that was missing from that cast was two little Sammys.
Two little Sammys who loves a pool.
Too bad she was busy doing real work and having a real dream job. And we were off running around Minden, Ontario or something.
Ain't it the way? Real job, real people. Yeah. I miss that. I'm like, so we're in second lockdown or not. People keep saying second lockdown. I'm like, isn't it like the 12th lockdown? And I am
in LA. It was still the first, like we haven't left it really.
Exactly.
It's been 10 months straight.
I mean, I'm losing my mind here. I mean, I've got blue eyeliner on. Like I've hit a peak. Like I need to get out. I need to wear like a heeled boot with a jean. I need to order a dirty martini and be like, can you believe this is $15? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like you're running back to the beginning of this podcast. Is it Stacey just going like, guys, how do I look at my jersey and my hair?
No, I'm saying that like I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for everybody. It's like we haven't left our homes. We're all like, I haven't left my house. And so it's like when it's like the new measures and you're like, these are the same, if not less measures.
Yeah.
Like what? It's very frustrating. And Caitlin is saying, this is the first day that I'm not working while watching live and being in the chat. Well, welcome, Caitlin. I won't even bother anyone with the pandemic woes, but, and exactly, Jenny, I cannot complain about the price of drinks ever again.
Can't wait to complain about them.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, I cannot wait to complain about the price of drinks. Oh, geez,
sorry. I cannot read, obviously.
No, but like just getting back to those things that we were just like, I can't wait to be pissed off for this reason anymore. Exactly. I can't wait to be like, oh, fuck.
Well, Stephanie goes, I know this might be crazy to some people, but I cannot wait to go to a gym. Yeah, do you remember going to a gym and then having to come home and shower? Like, well, yeah, Jason and I are like, I remember needing to fill up my water bottle.
I remember paying the bills for the gym.
Oh, extreme fitness forever and always. Yeah, I miss, thank God for this podcast because I can be like, oh, maybe I'll just curl my hair and we'll see how it goes. But like, I miss like like curling my hair, listening to music, like having a little pre-drink by myself, like a little
You
gin,
could
and then
everything
go.
you just said is done in the comfort of your own home. You could pretend you're going out somewhere and do all of those things.
No, no. It's not the
Okay.
same with your girlfriends and you're doing each other's makeup and you're like, oh my God, tonight's gonna be the best. And then nothing is ever better than that time at home, but you still have to leave to appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is the fitness gram pacer test?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sounds exciting. Anything that says pacer in it, I'm in. I'm all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just miss going out. I mean, that's just what it is, you
What are we
know?
gonna? So eventually, we're gonna be like, let's just go out. We should figure out what we do like day one, like with the
Well, I don't I
regulars
don't even
do.
I don't even want to pretend about that because it's not going to be for a really long time. And it's really crazy because my birthday's coming up. What are you laughing at?
I know your birthday's coming up. Just because like Cindy's in Florida, so she's just like, man, you guys are all crazy. It's
Oh yeah,
like
the Florida. Yeah, Florida's like what?
I have seen a lot of like TikToks where it's just like, what's the name of their governor? Santori. And
Oh
they're all just
God.
like, God bless them, and they just show the beach, and people are. You're just like, they're living their lives.
Oh
They're
yeah.
having regular days.
Ugh, but it's not responsible. But it is wild for me to think about. So last year on my birthday, I was like in a dive bar doing karaoke.
Wait,
And
you got yours in just before it hit, man.
yeah. So yeah, but it's crazy to think about like this year.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
was
gonna be
like,
very
there's
very
no
different.
way my birthday will be, because everyone's just like, oh man, like, you know what I mean? Like
So are
you were
we?
one of the last, yeah,
So are we
you were one
doing
of the last
karaoke?
birthdays.
So
Yeah.
are we doing karaoke for your birthday?
No, no. I think some people are doing Zoom karaoke's,
Yeah, I believe that. That doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
but
I
over
told you.
Zoom.
Did I ever tell you about when I went? This is like so long ago, like in the '90s, maybe even when I went to Japan and did karaoke in Japan. And
Go on.
the only difference is like we're like, oh great, you get to go to this place, but like literally it's almost like a hotel in a sense. You go into the front lobby, but then you get your own rooms, so you just walk by like doors and doors and doors, but then when you
Oh
go in it's
yeah.
just like a couch or whatever. But they literally, when I say they, like it just felt, it was like everybody I was with, they hold the mic and they sing and then they pass it to the next person. It's very polite. So then when I
Really?
got it, like I was drinks in and I was like, I don't know what's happening here. By the end, people were stopping by our place because everybody was up dancing and having a good time. And people were like, I don't know what's happening. I thought we just politely passed to the mic back
Oh,
and
and
forth.
everyone was really upset with you.
No, they weren't upset with me at all. I changed it where people in our room were literally dancing to the point where like people were coming by and like looking in the window because there's small like windows as if it was an office or something. And they're like, "What are they doing?"
Weird.
And they loved it. I was like, "Great, let's start doing this."
I
So if
am not a
people are
huge.
dancing now, doing karaoke in Japan, you know, who started that.
um Yeah, well, Jameson wants to know, have you ever done the Zoom karaoke pacer test? I will say I've done private room karaoke's and they're wild. And I am, not like, I like going to karaoke, but me doing karaoke, maybe I'll sing one song, but I'm not one that's like jumping up a bunch. But Caitlin asked a big question. How is Jason going to celebrate Stacey's birthday this year? He set the bar so high last year with the, yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, the
With the
difference is
pizza.
we are in a pandemic. I know with the pizza and the fun, but like, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it because it's got to be a surprise. It's over a month away.
It's
And
over a month away. I will say that Jason is truly the only friend who, like, a month before my birthday is like, your birthday's coming up. The only person ever. I was just like, oh, yeah, it is, I guess.
well, you were days away from like not having an actual birthday except for like every 4 years or whatever. You
I was
almost
supposed, you know what's crazy, knowing my parents and knowing me? My birthday was supposed to be Valentine's Day. Can
Charlie's
you
too.
Pisces,
Charlie's was as
Pisces
well.
babies. It is so crazy. My birthday's the 27th of February. And I told my nephew how old I was going to be, which is 35. And he was like, what? He's like, oh my God, that's so old. I was like, relax. Oh no, this is the worst thing Caitlin could ever say to Jason.
I
She
know.
goes, I'm
Trust me.
really
Why do you think I'm
excited to
doing
see
this
how
right
he
now?
tops that. No, he doesn't need to top it. Listen, it always just needs to be pizza. That's it.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
anyways, maybe, you know, I'm gonna eat some cake by myself. I'm gonna have some
Sure.
pizza. You know
Why
what I
not?
mean? It'll, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, Megan says that I guess they're talking about cake. I think I've missed this. But she says I'm a gluten-free allergy baby, so I'm getting it custom made. Ooh, a custom made cake. Hell yes. We live,
Sick.
we love. I did want to do a quick
You know what
transition
else is
to
a gluten, which I think
what?
is a gluten-free cake? Ice cream cake. Is that not gluten-free?
I'm wondering, well, because there's that fudge crunch in the middle, which let me tell you, when I worked at
I
Dairy
don't know
Queen,
what.
allegedly, I used to steal the center of those cakes and just eat
Yeah.
them and
They're the
yum.ca.
best part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those they're the logs, right? The logs that have like those are the
No, no,
best ones.
no. They come in the logs, but they also come in like
Yeah.
full cylinders of the cake. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I used to get it in the logs, and I was like, I got to get to the.
You know what's
Anyways.
wild is like
I love
people
it.
would come into Dairy Queen and like ask us to write on cakes. Like, can you imagine entrusting a teen to be like, "Happy first birthday"? You know what I mean? We're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Here you go. Oh my gosh. Jenny wants a spec spectacular where we just compliment me. I wouldn't even be able, I would tell you why you were wrong.
I know. Here's the thing, Cirillo. Did we not talk about this literally just yesterday about like a reverse roast? And we're like, no.
I do love an ice cream cake more than anything. But I believe, was it you who got me the small powdered donut cake with the candle on top?
I don't think I got you the actual small powdered donuts. I don't think I got you a small powdered donut cake.
Well, no, it was just like
I don't know that.
they were just piled. They were piled as if they were
Oh,
a cake.
that sounds like a two little sandwich sort of treat.
Stacey would write "Happy Fart Birthday." Hell yeah. Oh, Jameson says on his TikTok, there's a TikTok that I get in my feed that's just a gal at DQ making ice cream cakes. Listen, I'm here for that as well. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Jameson, who I was on TikTok the other night. Someone has posted their first talk. So
I'm surprised we're not seeing it. I'm gonna take
I
a look.
know. I know. Well, Jameson posted his first TikTok. Welcome to the community. You know, it's quite the time. I'm still not famous, still not viral, but we're trying every day.
Yeah,
I wanted to transition to The Bachelor real quick because
course.
maybe we can do a little dip in and then we can end with some more hot tub content. Oh my God. Sorry. Sammy's reminded us of a time at Second City where we got our friend a chicken finger birthday cake.
I think that's probably after I left.
Yeah, well, too bad for you because it was joyous.
I believe it.
My mouth is watering. Jameson said it's nerve-wracking to be on TikTok. Listen, don't I know it? Let me tell you. You put yourself out there time and time again. Guess what? The Gen Zs are not loving it, but we still have to keep fighting forward.
I pee my pants every time we get on this little stream here.
Why?
It's nerve wracking.
I'm so nervous.
I'm like that little chihuahua that's like his legs are shaking, and then you go, "Do you want something?" You're like, "Psst, yes, I do."
What if there's a pervert in the chat? It's just so funny how when it comes to the internet, like I'm just like, it can be a great place, but the second I sense a perv in any capacity, I'm like, you can go.
Do you know what's actually nerve wracking for me is things like if I tweet something. So it's like,
Yeah.
so that is for me. But then the second I do put out a tweet, Stacey's very quick to like be like, "That's bad. It's very bad. What did you just do right there?"
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Let's talk
And
about
then I
this.
break down,
Okay.
and then and then
Let's talk
basically
about
I'm
this.
Carmen and I pee myself. Thanks, Adam. Adam Colley's here.
Okay, so Jason is Carmen, which is Adam's beautiful little tiny dog. Okay, here's the thing. So Jason and I were talking, and Jason was like, you know, he was going to, you know, head the regulars Twitter. And we all know what happened with the first tweet about an obscure want for an elf sort of collab. Needless to say, it took us hours to unpack what Jason was tweeting about.
Yeah.
Okay. We forgave him. We made fun. Then Jason has recently tweeted, I believe it was today, because I saw it in my
This morning,
feed.
yeah.
So Jason tweeted a tweet from the regulars. And what did it say?
Which team are you on? And there was a picture of Victoria, and I don't remember the other girl's name, even though I'm on her team.
Marilyn.
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 Here.
So Jason, okay, so there was an obvious fight on The Bachelor where there was one person who was wrong and one person who was clearly right. And Jason goes, "Whose side are
However,
you on?"
no, there is debate online. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I
like
have seen.
she leaked more content that shows, oh, but you're missing like the girl actually was evil to me. And I say that going, no, 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 I'm still not on Victoria's side. She's the worst person. She's worse than any of the women that I saw on Peter Weber's
So
season.
Jason tweeted, and I thought it was a fine tweet. It was a good, like, hey, are people watching The Bachelor? Like, Jason's doing a great job. However, he's looking for negative enforcement in any and all capacities. So I said to him, I go, hey, I saw your tweet. And he's like, oh, yeah. Is there a problem with it? Just like so upset.
I love how, and nobody here could picture me even saying it in that way, but like, I probably did.
Wait, hold
but
on a
also,
second.
like,
Breaking news, Jason. Did you
I know,
see this tweet?
yes, I did. I was going to stop you, but you were on a roll, and I was like, I can't stop this. But
So Jen just tweeted, just messaged in the chat. There's a man in Toronto who escaped from police and is roof hopping in handcuffs.
$50 as we know him. I don't know who it is, but it's going to
Well,
be something.
Jameson thinks it was Mr. Collington, the guy in the chat. Maybe. Jeez Louise.
Oh, it's on Ossington. Okay, great. Started on Concord for sure. It's someone from the comedy bar.
Yeah, it's someone from, just trying to do their quick 5-minute set, and it just is not going well. And the cops, the stand-up's like, please, please.
Mean? Because that's like a bunch of old, like.
That's like Die Hard stuff, which I know doesn't apply, but you know what I mean.
But that area is filled with like old houses, like, and the roofs are not close together or anything.
That's
like
why
that.
he's got to hop them. He can't stay still.
No, I get that's why he has to hop
moving.
them. But that's a big jump. In handcuffs, you can't. So even if you're short, you know how like in a movie they go, whoa, I missed it, but they go, pah, and they grab on. You can't do that. You just got to go, oh, and then you'll stop.
Rob Huge trying to locate the cab space. Comedy bar. Well, everyone be careful. I hope Pink Bikini is going to be okay because she's a frequenter of her roof, and I hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, everyone stay inside and be safe. But if we want to get into The Bachelor really quickly, because
sure.
Basically, we started on our Discord a Bachelor chat, which was so fun. I want to just shout out Jenny Cirillo, who is obviously just a savior and an angel. I was having massive streaming issues. I had to restart my internet like a million times. Jenny got me a stream that worked, and damn, did we not have a good time. Voodoo Lion watched his first Bachelor.
I was about to
We
say,
all were
Voodoo Lion is
chatting.
making comment, which means it's great.
And
I
so
think The Bachelor owes us some money. We're giving them We're giving them eyes.
Yeah, we would like some coins, but it was a really fun chat. And if you want to join us next Monday, I'm going to be in the Bachelor chat on the Discord. So get in it. It was really, really fun. Now, do we want to just do a quick little recap? Because something amazing happened off the top of the Bachelor. And that was a quick little shout out to Peloton. So we had Matt on a Peloton. Okay. And you knew it was an advertisement or a partnership because they were just at the base of the bike on the logo. He was not wearing headphones and was not sweating. So I don't know if he's a fan of Peloton. I look much different.
Well, they just sat him on it because it is a commercial. Like, again, we know all of these shots are set up. Like, they're well thought out.
No, I know, but I just thought, put a headphone on him, because you best
make it look real.
If you want to see me on my Peloton, it's me being like, it's a lot of that, I'm about to do an hour-long ride after this podcast. You best believe I'm going to be dead. You think these pits would be clean? Hell no.
I still can't wait for our version. I can't wait when we get out on The Bachelor and they do cut to something like that, but we're all doing a spin class as a group date, and you and I are just like, I don't know.
Where's my son? Where's my son?
There was some "Where's my son" moments last night, though, as well.
Truly. Well, so we have, bye Lindsay, have a great day. Thanks for popping in. So we have Victoria, we have a group, we have some dramatic irony going where we know Victoria's going to go cuckoo bananas, to which she does.
I don't know if that's dramatic irony, but she didn't understand the definition of jealousy. Because the very first date she goes, Joe, I wanted to be out there. Like, you're just jealous. I'm not jealous. I just want to be the one that's on that date.
The thing about Victoria is that she actually is kind of a terrible person, and it has come out on
Kind of?
Instagram that she's a Trump supporter, and there's like a lot of bad things that have come out about Victoria. Yeah. So, but
Was
anyways,
she wearing a toque and carrying a podium out of the Capitol at one point?
no, she was like kissing her dog who desperately needed a bath, and in the background, she's like looking really good today. And then in the background, folded over a chair, is a Trump flag, a massive Trump flag, and she took down the post.
You know what? Good, because like if she was wearing like a Biden Kamala T-shirt, I'd be like, oh man, maybe I'm wrong.
No, but her post would be like, "What's voting?" Like the thing about Victoria is she's actually a terrible person, and I was really frustrated how much she made me laugh because there's no passive aggressiveness with her at all. It's just aggressive.
Yeah.
And
But do you
so
think she goes in there with the mindset going like, because what's the I'm gonna get it wrong because it's Love something. What's the follow-up
Island?
show? Love Island.
No, it's
Is that
Bachelor
it?
in Paradise.
Bachelor in
No.
Paradise. Great.
Yeah.
Do you think she goes on there and goes, I'm not like there's a chance of 1 in 30 that I'm winning this thing, but if I come out as a crazy one right away, I'm for sure on that show.
Well, here's the thing, and I would be curious what the chat thinks. And if you're listening to this, please message us too. DM us on our Instagram. The thing I struggle with is like someone like Corinne, who's a past contestant who was like kind of the villain and was funny and was just openly opposed to the group. You could tell that she was like not gunning for celebrity, but she was like a performer. Like she would want to
Sure.
be continuing.
But
With
isn't that the way it
Victoria-
is now? It's like
No, but
it's
I
like-
don't think no, because I don't think Victoria is approaching this like wanting to be on Dancing with the Stars. Like I don't get that vibe from her. I think she's just a toxic person, is what I think.
Possibly. But I do wonder if people do go on going, like I watched the first 2 seasons or whatever of Survivor, like back when it was like, oh, this is a new thing. And then I stopped. I didn't watch it after that. And then I watched it like season 29. And it was a completely different show because they're like, oh no, there's strategy to it. Like I'll be bad, but they're like, oh, but he played the game well. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but I think you can
go
get a
with
sense.
mindset.
But I think you can get a sense. So if we talk about someone like Madison, who's very like moral and religious and all that kind of stuff, you can tell that she was gunning for some sort of Instagram lifestyle
Sure.
influencer sort of future. Where I don't think Victoria's like I'm
You
not
think this is
getting that
just
from her.
Victoria? Yeah.
Yeah, and like she
Either
she
she's the
just
best.
posted.
She's either Meryl Streep style actor because she's got us all believing that she
Exactly.
is that dumb, or
Right.
she's just dumb.
And Victoria recently posted on Instagram her having a massive birthday party with like 40 friends. And she's like, we all got tested and we all understand how serious this is. It's like, get out of here. Anyways, let's get through it. So Bree gets the one-on-one. Okay. I wrote, even the ATVs are bored.
Yeah.
It was a boring. And did you hear the what? Sorry, go ahead.
The thing that I was with that date, I was like, look, this is what I was talking about with 500 Days of Summer. This is what I asked for. I asked for, hey, why can't these people just be good and actually be there, maybe with good intentions or whatever? I was like, this girl is nice. She's super attractive. She's great.
Yeah.
Boring as hell TV. This is the worst. Why did
Well,
I
this is
ask
the
for
problem, right? With what is Claire and what was her name? Who's the other girl?
this? In what? Peter
Taylor?
Weber
No,
season?
no, the recent season.
Oh, I don't know.
Tasha. The Tasha season. So Claire was wild, and we were like, "Oh my god, she's not." And I was watching it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is wild." And then she leaves, and then Tasha comes in and has a normal season, and everyone's like, "No, thanks." It's like, be careful for what you ask for. But
We want car wrecks, and it's terrible. It's too bad.
This came up in We Didn't Get a Rose podcast from last night. Mike, my pal Mike, he says maybe the ATV fall was staged, and to which I agree.
100%. I think, yeah, of course. And if it
you
wasn't,
imagine?
they ate into it. Like they were just like, oh, whoa, oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine, Jason, if you and I are on an ATV
Yeah.
and you send me flying? What do you think the consequence of that would be?
Well, it depends on what you mean by consequence. The consequence from Stacey McGonigal, I'd be more afraid of that than the lawyers or the show or any of the other stuff.
There's no way if I was on a date and got thrown from an ATV. First of all, I would land in a hug, okay? And I would want the date to continue.
Sure. Yeah.
She had to buy the jeans. She had to buy the shoes. She had to buy that whole outfit.
She was walking through that mud and those white shoes. I was like, wow. I was thinking about wardrobe at that time. I was like, wow.
They don't give them clothes. The bachelorettes
They
have to
wedding
buy
dress.
everything.
That's for sure.
They don't get any money.
Well, they gave him the wedding dresses for the paintball fight, which was stupid.
Oh my gosh, so dumb.
But
But
like, yeah,
anyways,
the ATV, if you got chucked from it, that would be like lifting you up onto a small countertop. Same thing.
also the white shoe kids, I was like, and he's dragging her through it, and she's like, I'm fun, I'm fun. I'd be pissed. Okay.
But when they were in the hot tub, like it all seemed sort of genuine. I was like,
Okay,
this
but before we get there, can we talk
Sure.
about when they? First of all, that hot tub looked beautiful. I wanted to be in it. Okay. You know what I
Yeah.
didn't like? He
a bunch
takes
of-
his shirt off.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He starts cutting wood with a little baby axe. Didn't want it. Didn't care for it. Is she sitting there like smiling?
Look, look, I'm not her, but if a guy said to me, it's like, do you think I could do it in one chop? I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. We get in the hot tub, like, because he said that as if that was the
I don't
biggest
give a
brag on-
fuck. I don't give a fuck. Now we get in this hot tub. That's how I think I sound. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Jenny says he said on a podcast this week that he did 150 push-ups before the scene since he knew he had to take his shirt off. Why did he have to take his shirt off? I want a
Well, they were
bachelor
getting
who
into a hot tub.
I
And then I
want
was
a
like, how did
bachelor.
I couldn't tell if she was like, also was like, did she just get naked? But then like a blue thing floated up at one point. I was like, this is kind of crazy if they're just being like, okay, we're here at the hot tub. Let's just jump on in.
Can I say, why can't we get a bachelor who's wearing a t-shirt in the hot tub? Just set a trend. It's Jason going, no, I'm more comfortable like this. And it's like, are you sure? Yeah. The shirt's like billowing up.
It's not a jersey. It's a shirt.
Ew. When guys wear tank tops in the water, it's like, wear a full t-shirt or just go shirtless. Let's not tank it,
I would
please.
find one of those like 1930s bathing suits for guys that were like full overalls and shorts or whatever.
I wear a full turtleneck and a blazer, and I'm like, so tell me about your family. Just pushing everything down in the water. Shayla says, I also thought she was naked. So did I. I was like, whoa, she's nude. No, she was just wearing
She had something on because a blue
She
thing
had
floated
something
at one
on.
point. But
Now-
like, she did
I
count his abs, and I'm like, well, she's like,
cares?
it wasn't like 6 or 8. She had like 16. I'm like, when's too many abs? Like, when does it start to look like tumors in your body? Like, I don't want to count.
Sorry.
I don't need to be an ice cube tray.
Adam, because as a kid I was so ashamed, but for sure said, sorry everyone, I burned. I've never burned. I too was a t-shirt in the water kind of gal, Adam, and I also did burn. So I said the same thing, but there was just like no way. Even at a young age, I was one piece in it with the crew.
I wasn't. I was like, let's hit that diving board, man. Let's rock.
Now here's the thing: I'm not here to body shame anyone. It's obvious that he
it's
works
just
really
how
hard.
you feel. You can feel comfortable.
Now-
It's our own shit that we're just like, I gotta wear a t-shirt and the fucking thing.
Oh my God, this is so true. The billow is something only shirt in the pool kids know about. And I know about the billow, and everyone is feeling so seen. The push down of the air in the shirt. But Matt's body is like out of control.
You gotta go like this. You gotta like suck it off you the second you get out. As you're
Oh,
you're like
totally.
lifting yourself out of the pool, you're also doing this with the other hand going, ugh.
And you know what's crazy? We always wore white shirts because we thought it was reflective of the sun. But Adam's right. In retrospect, the white t-shirt really sticks to your body and shows it off way worse. It's so true. It's
I would
so
get
true.
suntan lotion and put like t-shirts on me. So I'd tan it in there.
And Stephanie's talking about one pieces are being back in. I agree. I think they're
For
super
guys?
sexy. No, for women.
Not for
Well,
guys.
guys too, but I think they're super sexy. I love a one piece. Why not? But Matt's body is how I feel about a lot of the Hemsworths. Like, they are attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You know that like they have a great body and a nice face and everything is correct. I'm not feeling like attracted to him.
No.
But I didn't feel attracted to Peter either. It's just like I haven't been pulled. I was attracted to Nick Viall. I don't know what that says about me.
I don't know
But
who he is.
He was a bachelor, and I was very attracted to him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Most of the time when people are like, oh, well, this is classically the aesthetic of a beautiful person, I'm like, I'm out. I
I
don't
know,
know.
me too. But anyways, he's quite thin for me. And him chopping the wood, I wasn't having. But anyways, I thought that their kiss was interesting. I thought it was very reminiscent of a first kiss, which is what we were talking about earlier today, where it
I
was
don't
like,
think.
are we gonna not? And then that awkward floating, is this happening?
Mhm.
And then he kisses with his eyes open a little bit, and we got full view of that.
Well, you also got to remember there's a sound guy standing there that's eating a cheeseburger behind him. There's like fucking there's all the cameras
Can
on
you
him and
imagine?
everything.
Camera guy's just like, can you hear that? Are you getting up?
Oh wait, I'm the sound guy.
Hey, when are
I
you
can hear
cut?
that.
When are you cut? When are you cut? Are we gonna? You want a drink? You, me? Not Lisa. Not Lisa.
I can hear it in my cans.
Just
I can hear it in my cans.
so gross.
I will be watching The Bachelor, and you can literally just hear every once in a while. I can hear it in my cans.
My cans.
I can
My
hear you
hands are
talking.
hot. My hands are. They're hot. My cans are hot. So, what did you think about the group date? I will tell you. Yeah, we
There were
basically are just
62
doing
women
our.
on that.
We're doing our old teen club signals, basically. Here's the thing that I want to say that I think is controversial. Now, I
Sure.
did not like Pilot Pete. Okay, we know this.
Guy's a terrible piece of
Ooh,
garbage.
Elizabeth, such a good call. Loved Ben the Bachelor as well. He's very religious right now, very that, and thus my love has feigned. But
Right, like the Chris Pratt losing love for Chris Pratt.
yeah, but I will say that Pilot Pete, because I'm a pervert, looked like a good kisser. Okay, Matt is sometimes very open mouthed before it is required. Is all I'm noticing.
Sure, he's
Is
trying to eat your chin.
He's trying to eat the chin. Now, there's always a time and a place for that. Well,
Sure.
that's welcome. Go for it. We're having fun. But I think it's just because I don't think we've seen him kiss someone where he has tons of chemistry with them yet. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think he's had chemistry with any of these ladies yet.
I agree. I was forcing myself to believe it was Sarah.
But-
And
This is the whole thing. Like we're less than a week into this where he's only met. This is the problem with this show as a thing which I'm trying to let go of. I'm like, because some of these girls were like, I can't believe like they're already acting like they've been in love forever and they know each other. I'm like, you
I know.
haven't talked to this guy yet, other than your introduction from the limousine. Like that's it.
agreed. Now, I will say Matt is a huge talker of the phrase, I like that. Now, if we were doing a drinking game, which I feel like maybe we should, we would
It's
all
Monday.
be plastered by 15 minutes in. And again, The Bachelor has been set up in this way where, like, when you get time with him, you have to shove on your baggage and trauma to show him you're vulnerable.
There was a
his
lot of
only-
what my kids are missing last night. There was a lot.
Lots of my kids are missing. Very, very my kids are missing. Bree's date was whatever. It was forgettable. The group date now. I was really pissed that, first of all, that they have to get their wedding dresses on. And Chris Harrison saying, your wedding day is the most important day. And he's saying that as a divorced man. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I also like. I don't know if I missed it, but I was like, I know capture the flag, I know paintball, I know like all these things, but I'm like, there's no. When they go, oh, there's no rules. I was like, there wasn't really a winner to this. They were just running around. I didn't know how this game was working. I don't think they did either.
Jason, I thought the same thing. I was like,
I hated
wait,
it.
I thought you can't get smacked. You would have to keep your dress clean. Like, I was like, oh, okay, they have to keep a white dress to win.
Yeah.
No. And also, who was Franco? I was like, that is the worst improv character I've ever seen in my
Is he
life.
the photographer?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like he's been on a whole bunch, but I was like, no, this guy's wrong.
I just got crazy deja vu. Anyways, it was raining. He was wearing a fur coat, not having that. But the Victoria being like, the queen is here. It was all
But they
kissing.
also like they called her like in all the girls. I missed the first episode, so maybe you can explain this to me. But you'll have like publicists, a lot of girls from Toronto,
There's
social
one
media
girl from
director.
Toronto.
There's two, Serena, and there was one more, at least two.
Oh.
There's at least two. But her label isn't marketing analyst or anything. It's queen. Like she
Because
literally
she doesn't have a
put queen.
job. And they're putting her as like the wackadoo.
She is though.
I know.
She's playing into
And
it really quickly.
let's talk about the bra, because her bras are just not it for every outfit. But what I thought was kind of was super gross, not even kind of gross, was like they're all lined up And they're all like kissing him for a wedding photo. I just was like not having that. I just thought it was
Yeah.
gross.
There was one girl who was like, half of us didn't even get to kiss him. I was like, so you won. You're the half that won.
Yeah, you actually are the one who won. I hate to break it to you, but you dodged a bullet. I always imagine myself in that scenario where I'm like, I'm on a TV show, I'm in a line, and everyone's got to kiss this guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God. But the
Now I know how they
game,
felt on Schindler's List. I get it.
Jason,
Way too much. Way too much.
way too much.
I never saw the movie. I don't know what happened.
It back.
I'm sorry. We have to block 2 people on this show. One of them is me.
Yeah, you also will get blocked. Oh my God. But yeah, so then that happened. I wasn't quite understanding the rules of it. And Jenny is all of us. Jason.
I feel like a bunch of those are about to roll in, and I get it. I fully have to apologize. I should be going out and apologizing to my wife right now.
Jason just showed us why he shouldn't control the Twitter, and I agree. Maybe he's lost privileges. But the end of it, so the group date was like Victoria was being too much. I will say what's interesting is MJ for me stood out. Loved her hair, obviously, as a curly queen myself today. Loved her. Katie, who's the vibrator girl, chilled out. We saw a new side to her, which was sweet and nice. Although I believe in the previews, she becomes another villain. So, yeah, that was nice. But Victoria was wild and like almost boring.
But you say almost boring, but I was like, it was the only interesting part of this whole episode.
I agree.
Which is like, it's terrible that that's what it is.
Well, what I will say this is I'll applaud all these women because a lot of these women are trying not to take the bait of drama. Everyone is being so understanding. They are not like Victoria wants to fight and no one is fighting with her. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Or like, we are all trying to make space for everybody. Like everyone's doing the most. Like, I think if I was faced with Victoria, we might come to blows. I haven't done enough work on myself. Do you know what I mean?
What would your archetype be in this house?
Good question. I wouldn't be a villain.
You wouldn't be a villain, but if that girl came at you, you wouldn't take it. So I'm wondering like how that would be dealt with.
Right. I think what I would love to be, okay, I'll tell you what I would love to be, and then we'll talk about what I would be.
Okay.
What I would love to be is like such a classy woman who's like, excuse me, doesn't take the shit. Mm-hmm. So it would be like very much like, we're not doing this right now. Well, we're not doing this right now. And like trying to be very like adult, like I'm the mature person who's like, I'm not here for this. This isn't what my life is. And you're like, it's like what Kelly was when we were like, Kelly is beyond this, right? Mm-hmm. I probably in reality, as we all know me, would fail.
But I'm not doing this here. You know what? Can we have a seat and I'll talk to you right now? And then you'd get right into it.
First of all, Victoria, do you have an allergic reaction? Because your eyes are nuts. Second of all, glitter doesn't fix everything. Okay? Secondly. Thirdly, do you need a bra? A low back bra. Just going so much. I did feel bad for Marilyn because I know there's extra footage of like Victoria going to her room and all of her stuff is outside, but doesn't
the extra
prove...
footage is just her moving the luggage out of her room. That's the whole thing.
But you don't see Marilyn doing it. You just see
Victoria.
Do it in
the extra footage.
No, I saw the extra footage and I didn't see her moving it.
It doesn't show her moving it, but they're like, she also doesn't. But she also like, if you watch it in that context through that lens, she also doesn't defend herself against it. I think she did. Like maybe she did go, great, you're moving out. But still, I think Voodoo Lion put this earlier on in the chat. Victoria, even when she's right, she's wrong. Like she just is like, you're like, yep, but you react to it wrong. So even if she was right, she's wrong. And let
me say, Marilyn is also cuckoo bananas. Like when she was sitting down with Matt and he's like, how are things? And she's like, honestly, Matt, not good. Not doing good, if I can tell you that. And he's like, oh, don't worry. I got you these orchids from the receptionist at the hotel. Like, she's also nuts. Like, they're both going to get cut. There's just no way they both survive. There's just no way.
Victoria would be, in a real world where they weren't worried about the drama, she would get cut at the next rose ceremony. However, she's going to stick around probably till
Totally.
like 3/4 of the way through the season. And
I
then they're gonna
disagree.
let her go.
I think she'll be gone either next episode or the one after,
Well,
because
you
I
know
think
better than me for sure. But
because I think other villains are going to be coming in. So we've got Kit, I believe, is going to be one of the villains, and I believe Katie. Also, this is such a perfect descriptor. Everyone sounds like they have crystals in their pocket.
Yeah.
1,000%, Haley. It's pretty wild. I did love Victoria's fight with Marilyn when she's like, can we talk outside? She goes, no, we can't talk outside. It's freezing outside. Like, can I sit here?
Not.
No, I don't want you to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if she moved her luggage outside, she proved very quickly she's a terrible person.
Jen, to answer your question, where you can watch on City TV, which they should be paying us, but you can watch on City TV live when it's airing and now. I watched the episode again yesterday, and you can watch it for free.
I got that information from Jenny Swirl, and there she is again. City TV site. That's how I watched it.
Yeah, and Voodoo says he'll drop his link in the Discord. Yeah, get on the show. It's actually pretty interesting. I will say, like, you know, obviously there's pressure for Matt. He's like the first Black Bachelor. I feel like he's trying to like be very like safe, or feeling like he needs to be very put together. And like I can understand that maybe he's really holding back for fear of like.
I was gonna say he felt more like Peter felt like.
Oh,
you know,
my
those
God,
people
Peter.
But do you know those people on stage when you're like, oh, they know they're on stage, and the way they're acting is they're watching from the outside and doing what they think they're supposed to be doing.
No, but
it does feel like Mike is being natural. Matt is being natural. I feel like he's natural.
I will say that Pete was like such a mama's boy that I think like being away from his mom, he's like, what do I do? And is just like a little like fuck boy. And Matt is at least like, you know, there's like some sort of maturity there. There's a lot of religious undertone in this season, which I don't know if people are picking up on. I know there's always been
maybe
like
Madison knocked that up for them or something.
Well, I think there's always been a faith-based, like faith equals morality on this show. But this season for sure, it's like, I don't know if I'm just noticing it. It's like very prevalent, but anyways, but I will say in the last date with Sarah, first of all, wasn't it crazy, not to go back before we end here, when Bree said that her mom had her when she was 13?
Yeah. She just dropped that.
She drops this huge, this massive, like, truth, you know? And he just is like, amazing. Like, can you imagine?
I think they're told that. So, like, because then I don't remember which girl it was, if it was her as well, that had to talk about like her father and going through Lou Gehrig's disease and stuff.
I know.
But I think if they start talking about that, like, you don't, as a bachelor, like, you have to be like, I cannot cut this off. I cannot stop. You need to talk about this because this is going to be the piece they use. Also, like, great, maybe it brings awareness to like that disease or something, but like you have to kind of be quiet during that.
No, I'm not saying that he needed to interrupt her and be like,
Excuse
actually,
me?
ALS.
13?
Actually, so you're talking about ALS? Well, let me explain ALS. Yeah, what's your dad experiencing? No, actually, no. But
although I do kind of want to say that, Patrick. What? Your mom was 13 when she had you? What?
And Jenny brings this up, which I was saying this on the podcast last night. Jenny says she dropped this huge bomb, and he was like, "Cool, I like that," and then open-eyed kissed her. The thing that I love about The Bachelor is, at those dinners, you have to reveal your like baggage or trauma, right? And I think we've lost Jason. But when you reveal it, then you have to see the Bachelor or Bachelorette try and find a way to like make out afterwards, which I just think is like wild. And also, to answer Rob's question, he goes, I've never seen an episode before this season. Is Matt the first non-white Bachelor? He is, and it's terrible. I mean, The Bachelor does not have a good track record. It's really quite bad. So it's great that he's there. But anyways, I think we've completely lost Jason. It might be a sign to end the podcast. But what a gleeful way that he's been frozen. And I think this is a nice way to commemorate Jason. If we can just do like a full screen. Oh, he's completely gone. He's completely left us. I was gonna show you the full screenshot of it where he just looked so happy. Jason has pulled in Elizabeth and has completely left, and we will have to on the Discord ask who, what, where on that. But pals, we will be back on Friday. We will put a little cocktail or mocktail on the Instagram if you want to join along and have a little cocktail. I can say I believe there will be a calzone fever. So there might be a little calzone cam. The week is zooming by. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Jason has been deleted. Absolutely. So I believe there'll be some calzones. There'll be a little cocktail mocktail depending. And it's going to be a really, really good time. So thank you all so much for being here. Be safe. Wash your hands, stay inside, catch up on The Bachelor, and I and Jason, hopefully, fingers crossed, will see you on Friday. Bye, pals.